So while we've been on the road, on our way to Fully Charged Live in Austin, Texas, yes, we're leaving today. I know it's Monday, but we've got a long way to go. Some pretty big news came out of Detroit, specifically that the Detroit Hamtramck facility has just got a $2.2 billion investment from GM, specifically so that it can produce electric vehicles. What does this mean for GM? What does this mean for Detroit Hamtramck in the facility, in the future even? What does it mean for us in the plug-in vehicle world? And what doesn't it mean? So a lot of people have been very pleased to hear the announcement. I'm personally very pleased to hear the announcement. As you all know, or probably know, I own a General Motors EV. I drive a Chevrolet Bolt EV. My spouse drives a Chevrolet Bolt EV. That's what I'm sitting in right now. I know I'm in the passenger seat, but I'm not driving the next leg. This announcement today was all about gearing GM up to bring more electric vehicles to market. Specifically, the new Cruise vehicle that was announced last week, the Cruise Origin, they're going to be produced at the Detroit Hamtramck facility. Also, an electric pickup, which will start production at the facility in late 2021. It will actually be rolling off the production lines in late 2021, which means we're going to see an all-electric GM badged pickup from 2022. Is this going to be the electric Hummer? I don't know. GMC is a brand owned by General Motors, and we know that there is an electric pickup coming that will have the Hummer nameplate, so it's potential that that's the vehicle we're talking about. Could it also be a Chevrolet vehicle? Potentially. Again, we know that GM rebadges a lot of its vehicles and sells them under different nameplates. That's a common practice in the auto industry, and GM is probably the automaker that does that more than anybody else. So there's a potential that we're going to see an all-electric pickup for several GM-owned brands coming down the line. $2.2 billion is a sizable investment, and so it will help retool the facility, bring new jobs to the area, which is fantastic. You know, Detroit is always looking for more jobs, and bringing those jobs to the area, especially when GM did close down some factories in the last couple of years. It's great to see that it's now rehiring and retooling for the electric vehicle age. Does this mean that GM is going to stop making gas-guzzling SUVs and pickups? No time soon, at least. If I had to guess, I would say that we're going to see internal combustion engine vehicles from General Motors for at least the next 10 to 15 years. We're going to see them support internal combustion engine vehicles probably for twice that, maybe 30 years. And so while there are some electric vehicles coming down the pipeline from GM knows it needs to make those vehicles. Let's look at the evidence here. The Cybertruck is absolutely kicking everybody's butt when it comes to pre-reservations. Even I'm considering putting money down on one now, which might surprise some of you, but even though I don't like the truck, I'm curious to see what it's like, and I'm considering putting money down. I'm also considering putting money down on a Rivian. Rivian is another competitor. We know that Ford is bringing an electric pickup to market. Pickups are the last kind of hurdle for electric vehicles to become mainstream. We've got electric SUVs or electric crossovers. We've got electric hatchbacks like the Bolt. We've got the crossovers like the Kona, the e-Niro, and we've got the performance vehicles as well. At least Tesla has. We've got to see pickups coming to market in order for plug-in vehicles to really get a foothold in the market. It is a fantastically big marketplace for automakers, so it makes total sense that GM is investing in this. Ford obviously is working with Rivian. It's got a Rivian engineered electric vehicle on the way. We know Rivian announced earlier today again that the price of the Rivian R1T and R1S are going to be lower than they first thought. I presume that's thanks to investment from Amazon and Jeff Bezos, but I also presume it's to do with economies of scale and being able to leverage some of those as a consequence of the investment from Amazon and all of the Amazon delivery trucks that Rivian will be building. And so if you combine that all together with a Cybertruck as well, Rivian, Cybertruck, Ford's involvement, it was pretty logical to expect GM to come out with this announcement. And I'm really excited about it. I'm a pickup fan. I've always wanted to get an electric pickup. I kind of want to get one of the old school Ford Ranger pickups because I think that would be a fun vehicle to have as a project. I can't afford to re-electrify it. Well, I can't afford to restore it back to its original spec as a fully electric compliance vehicle from the 1990s and early noughties. But I would like to do that. But I would also love to have a contemporary electric vehicle as well. That is a pickup. And I know that Kate Elliott, who's holding the phone right now, feels the same way. I'm sure she would really jump at the chance of having an affordable electric pickup, which brings me to the last point. How much is an electric pickup going to cost? Well, that's an interesting question because GM no longer has any tax credits left for its vehicles, or it won't have by the time 2021 rolls around. It's also likely that an electric pickup is going to cost more. But here's the important thing. If you have a pickup truck over a certain size, and most pickups are over this weight limit, you can write it off as a business expense if you run your own business. And I'm predicting that a lot of the early purchasers of an all-electric pickup are going to be small business owners, either looking to cash in on the environmental kudos of owning a plug-in vehicle, or looking for lower operating costs with that massive capex that they can write off at the beginning. The light went off because we are in my car. I do apologise for that. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments below. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe. If you want to support our road trip to Austin, Texas, please do. You can do that by sending us some money through Patreon every month, or you can send us some money through Ko-fi. Today we have eaten, we have had coffee, and we've paid for our hotel room thanks to you guys. Thank you so much. Without any of this, we wouldn't be going to Austin. So we'll see you in Austin if you're coming. And until next time, keep evolving.